Yeah. It's the Relatable Podcast where everything is relatable. One, thank you guys again for coming. Definitely coming. Jen, you ready for today? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Today was a pretty big day for you, right?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what? I mean, as far as what?
You finally went to the grocery store
my
by yourself.
God. Listen, y'all. I'm gonna tell you something right now. This was crazy. Okay, finally went to the grocery store for the first time. Go to the grocery store and I don't know how to act. Okay, I don't know whether I'm 6 feet into where the people are, or I don't know if I'm too close or what. But it was definitely something there. I'm gonna need you to turn the volume down on those things.
On what?
On all of those, because you can hear them in the background.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, real quick, guys. We appreciate you guys for actually for being part of the Relatable Podcast and actually knowing we're working. We're still getting better at everything, right? We're still getting better at sharing these things, and soon we're gonna be pros. But I really appreciate you guys for coming down. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, for sure. Jen, let's toast to this. What's our topic for today?
Wait, hold on. So not only did you go to the grocery store for the first time today,
right.
Like I always get sent out there thrown to the wolves.
Hold on now.
I'm always the one that does the grocery shopping now.
I never like going grocery shopping.
Unless I order the groceries.
I never liked grocery shopping before the pandemic, guys, okay? Don't let it fool you, okay?
But that's not the only thing. He almost burned our place down today.
Cooking steaks. Yeah, guys.
So it's been an exciting day.
It has, and I did not
Cheers.
almost burn our place down. It was sear fried. A little bit of flames came up, but the smoke detector went off, but we were not burning anything. So,
there was flames everywhere.
And the steaks tasted awesome.
A little excitement.
The steaks tasted awesome, though.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, guys, we're going to get into our topic. Jenny, what is our topic for today?
Dating during the quarantine.
No.
During a pandemic.
Dating during the pandemic.
Yes.
Okay? How do you guys feel? Everybody who's watching Facebook Live, everybody who's watching live, how do you guys feel about dating during a pandemic? What do you guys think, huh? I want you guys to comment. Is that something that you would, like, if you guys were by yourself in your house, you ain't got quarantine, bae, you know what I'm saying? Are you guys out there actively dating during a quarantine? Okay? Jenny, how do you feel about that?
I'm kind of curious about if you didn't know them prior to this pandemic, how are you meeting them? Because obviously we just know each other.
They for sure got
Yeah,
apps
I know.
for that.
But does that not worry anybody? Like people run through people on dating apps.
Does it worry you?
I worry about others.
I'm saying, let's just say that you were single right now, right? And you were in a pandemic. And you're sitting there and you're bored. You're getting paid to stay home. Mm-hmm. Are you going on dating apps?
I would probably go on dating apps.
Okay.
Just out of boredom.
Okay.
But I wouldn't, I can't really say, but I don't think I would meet anybody.
You don't think you'd meet anybody? Why not? Because what? No, because what?
Because you don't know where the people have been.
Okay.
And then you don't know them well enough for them to tell you the truth even.
And what
would you care?
Uh-huh.
Would you even care?
Yeah, do you care? First off, if you're going on a date with somebody, where are you taking them on a date, y'all? If you going on a date during the pandemic, where are you going to date?
Yeah. Are you going to the park?
Where you think you going, Jenny?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just not getting with them.
You're not, so you're going to be solo during the whole pandemic?
Well, I don't know. I mean, is it just a home thing? Are they just coming over to your house? Or are you going to theirs?
What are you doing? I'd like to know. Realistically, are you taking somebody that you just met? Are you taking them to... Where are you taking them? Are you taking them to the beach? Are you taking them to the causeway?
Am I taking them?
Are they taking you? Are you? First off, let's do this. Are you going on a date?
Probably not.
So you're not meeting anybody?
I don't know. It's hard to say because we're not in that situation. So,
I'm asking you though.
and not that we would ever know, because even when we were single, we don't know how. Like, I think that people are probably still hooking up and stuff just because.
But are you hooking up with new randoms? Not saying that you be with randoms, but are you going out to meet new people that you don't know?
Probably not.
Can I get some cute bays? That's Ange Wilson, John Paul. Hey, listen, hi y'all. We appreciate y'all, especially on there. You can get babes. There are people that I know right now they're getting right now quarantine. They sweet. Okay, there's apps. People are bored. People are at their house.
If you're in Tampa, you need to get yourself to the Causeway because it is filled with people.
Oh yeah,
just trying to be seen everywhere.
You can definitely find a date. Now the question is, where are you taking them? Are you wearing a mask if you're going on a date? Are you wearing a mask, Jen?
No.
You're not wearing a mask. Okay, so you're not wearing a mask.
Are you? Listen,
yes,
I
at the
think that
beginning.
I can answer that for you, actually, because as paranoid as you have been since this has all started,
yeah,
I don't see you.
Well, this is the biggest thing.
You've been kind of, you know.
What?
Extra, no, just extra cautious of everything.
For
so
sure.
I don't know that you would actually be open to that.
I mean, I will let you know this, okay? Plain and simple. If I am going out and I'm meeting somebody new, I'm wearing a mask. Just to show I'm responsible. I may not wear it the whole time, but I'm definitely gonna have it around my neck like this chain. I'm rocking that. Next thing after that, let me ask you another question, right? I may not wear it the whole time, but
what's the point of wearing it at all?
Are you going to a social gathering? Like, where are you going on a date? Are you going to the beach? Are you going to the Causeway? Are you picking up takeout? Is a drive-in acceptable?
Yeah.
Okay, less than 10 people.
Yeah, I mean, but if I'm not even, I don't know, if I'm not even meeting with my own family, then I'm not gonna go meet up with some random person.
I get that. I understand that. But you say that now, but if you were by yourself and we weren't living together, you'd probably go visit your family. Possibly, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. Now, again, this is all hypothetical, right? This is assuming me and you aren't together.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, you swipe on, let's just say me and you weren't together, and then you swipe on my picture. I swipe on yours, right? And I hit you with the hotline. What's up, quarantine babe? How you doing? How you doing in this pandemic? How's the coronavirus treating you? This coronacation? And you like what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think that it would be a great time to really get to know people.
Okay, like how?
Through calls, video calls.
So you're not meeting anybody?
Probably not.
I think I'm gonna give you meeting, especially for the last month and a half. You're probably going out one time. You don't think so?
Okay, probably one time.
All right, cool.
And it could be for a walk. I think that would be fine.
All right, so I take you out for a walk.
But that's not what people are doing right now.
Do I pick you up in the car?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I pick you up in my car. Do you have a mask on?
Maybe I'll do some questions beforehand and ask people, like, whoever it was, like, where have you been?
Okay, and I'm
have
gonna
you
tell
been
you.
around people?
Yeah,
I don't know. Kind of do a little investigation.
No, I'm gonna lie to you. I'm
beforehand.
gonna tell you. No, this is my first time out. What about you? Is this your first time? I usually don't do this. Okay, so you say that, right? Now, what if I tell you? So we have 3 places to go. We can go to the beach. We can go to the Causeway.
Why are you trying to take me to somewhere like that?
Well, because those are outside places that are going to be up, right? And so we're going to the beach. We're going to the Causeway. In Florida, there are restaurants that are open right now. Are you going with me to a restaurant?
If I really was into the things you were telling me, probably.
Okay, so we're going to a restaurant. Let me ask you a question. How are you practicing social distancing during this date? Dating during the pandemic, y'all. I want y'all to know. How are you practicing social distancing? How are you practicing social distancing?
Well, I'm just gonna be with that one person, hanging out.
With me. I'm saying, pretend you're on the date with me.
Yeah, so it'll just be us two together.
But we go to Outback Steakhouse.
I'm gonna bring my thermometer. I'm gonna check your temperature.
Okay.
You know, as soon as we get to the car and meet you.
All right, cool. Let me ask you a question. How long before the first kiss? How many times do we have to date during the pandemic before the first kiss?
If you and I met a couple of times before our first kiss, it's gonna probably be a little bit longer.
During
a pandemic.
How long? Are you waiting till the coast is clear, or are you waiting till? How long are you gonna be?
I probably won't wait till the coast is clear.
So we're kissing.
Because we don't really know how long that's gonna be.
Right. So we're kissing during the pandemic. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, we could.
Okay. Cool. I will say this.
Well, what about the people that are hooking up with randoms daily?
Well,
do they not care about their lives, or is it just a single thing? Because I feel like if you have kids, you'll probably be a lot more cautious and aware. You know, like a lot more like.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's ask that. That's a great question. Are you okay with having sex during the pandemic with someone you met dating during the pandemic?
That's weird.
If you kissed them, you gotta be okay with at least.
Yeah, I mean that's contact.
Right?
Yeah.
Here's a question. Are you doing contact tracing?
Can you?
Are you asking them, hey,
can you if you're meeting them on a dating app?
How many people have you been with during this pandemic? How many people have you seen?
During the pandemic? No, those are probably safe questions, like okay questions to ask.
Are you gonna ask those? Probably not. I get it.
I don't know.
Hey.
I don't really want to be all up in your business, but also.
So Mauricio Gonzalez says, Marsha Gonzalez says, do you guys think flirting in person will completely change? Most people will be wearing masks. They don't exactly make yeah, for sure, Marsha. I think we're hitting the goat to see more on the. Yeah. Masks don't exactly make you approachable. So are you flirting during the pandemic?
Yeah, I think that would be like super cute.
For sure. Yeah, I'd be looking.
Because if someone is like into you with your mask on.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at you like, baby, you look like some girl from Mortal Kombat, girl. You sexy, my little katana. How you doing, girl? What's up? You wanna go take a test with me, huh? Let me test your temperature, baby.
That could be our first. That could be our first date. Is
temperature check. Temperature check, right?
We can go to a testing site together.
Right, Marsha. I think that's a great question. Yeah, and do you think flirting is gonna change now that we have to wear masks?
I think that it could probably make it a little easier for people to flirt.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Because everyone is lonely right now, so you could probably get by not really trying that much.
I've seen way too many people right now dating during the pandemic. Not way too many people, because that's just my opinion, right? But I've seen people go from one person to the next person to the next. Is hooking up during the pandemic with randoms acceptable?
I don't think so.
Okay, why
I'm not here to judge, but I would say I'm gonna totally judge people on that.
Are you gonna judge people for hooking up during a pandemic?
Probably.
Why?
I mean, if you're just not being careful.
But should you be concerned, or is it none of your business?
Because it's none of my business.
Right.
It's none of my business.
Right. Well, let me ask you a question. If you go over that person's house all the time, say it was a family member, right? And your family member was dating and everything was going hunky-dory, would you go see them constantly, knowing that they were out there during the pandemic? So you would definitely...
I would wait it out as long as I am able to see them. Because...
So say the coast is clear.
Yes. Hello, Keith. He says, I think people will be standoffish, especially women. They aren't going to want a guy to approach them in fear, which I can agree with that because, and I don't know if it's just because I'm in a relationship, but I don't think it is, because every time I'm even in the supermarket, everyone to me is like, you need to stay away from me. You don't even look at me. Like, we can't even make eye contact. I don't even want to. You know what I mean?
I love this pandemic. Thank you, thank you, coronavirus. Keep all y'all, clowns away from my girl.
It's like I feel like you could just transfer it just by looking at someone. So it's just like, you know, I just feel like the attitude is there.
Right. No, absolutely. So nobody's tried to holler at you during the pandemic. That's not necessarily true.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. You see, guys, this is why I'm saying, right? And I'm okay with sending her to the grocery store, right? Because for sure, we got to get out. But are you going to holler at a girl during the pandemic?
Yeah, I don't. Guys will holler at a girl in any situation, anytime.
I honestly think this. I think with the amount of people who have been self-quarantined for as long as they are people more? I'm just gonna say, are they horny? Are they fiending more than they are before?
Yeah,
for sure.
I would think so. So on both for men and women.
Men and
so
women.
It can make it way easier for them. Way easier, and that's why. So it's like you put it back into perspective of people that are hooking up with different people every day.
I mean, it's happening. It's happening. And so let me ask you a question. This is the biggest thing. So you said you would look at them differently. You said you judge them. You said that it's really none of your business, but you are concerned. Okay. Do you have my biggest thing is, are you doing contact tracing? Are you asking those questions? Like, how many other people have you been with in the past? Yeah, I would care for sure. I'm asking all these questions. I mean, I came up with the questions. We came up with the questions, but I'm sitting here thinking like, yeah, I need to know where you've been at over the past 2 weeks. How many people have you seen? Can I take your temperature? So you're checking temperature. Okay. What if everything seems normal?
I mean, you just gotta kind of play it out. You just gotta.
Well, I mean, I need your energy, Jen. I need you to sit in here and tell me, like, straight up. How long do you practice social distancing? And if you're even practicing social distancing during a pandemic, trying to date people?
You know, in a regular day, like, I wouldn't jump around from person to person anyways.
Right.
So.
But this isn't a regular time.
Yeah, I know, but like, imagine during a time where you're really trying to keep your distance from people. It'd probably be the same situation. If not, it'd be worse.
You think it would be worse right now?
Yeah, I think that I would definitely still. I think I wouldn't. I don't even think I would date that much.
So you'd be abstinent. You wouldn't be doing anything.
Right. I
would not judge somebody. I would actually sit back. I mean, I'm gonna tell you this, right? No, would I be out here risking my hiney, right, during social distancing? No, I'm not doing it. But I will tell you this. I'm happy for the people who are. Live your life, right? If that's what you choose to do, live your life. Because right now, you're getting paid to be at home. You're bored. And what happens if you find that quarantine babe during the pandemic that you think is the one for you? You would have never met her.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, even my brother just started, I think during the time of this pandemic that it started, he got a girlfriend.
Right.
And we're like, that's got to be the weirdest time to start dating somebody.
That's what I'm talking about.
But on another side, like, I feel like that would be a great story to tell later on. You're never gonna forget if it's one person that you started seeing. You're never gonna forget, you know, this moment in time.
Well, here's a.
And if they still stay together, then that story will be pretty cool to tell later on. Like, we got together during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Right,
you know?
For sure. Well, here's a little wrench in this whole thing. Do you think people are cheating during the pandemic?
I think that it's super. I don't know.
Woo.
Yes, absolutely.
So you think people are cheating during the pandemic?
Because if someone is the cheating type, they have already figured out all the different ways to cheat, and this pandemic is not going to stop them. It might slow them down a little bit because it'll slow them down, maybe even for a month.
Maybe.
But once they see that this is going on a little longer than expected, it's going to get out, you know.
Are they bringing COVID-19 back home? Is that what I'm asking? Are they bringing COVID-19 back to the crib? Do you think they're bringing them? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the biggest thing, and I sit back and I think about it, right? How could you cheat during COVID-19? It's got to be one of the most craziest times. That's got to be like the risk of all risks.
If you're asking for tips and tricks.
No, I'm saying that's the risk. That's the risk
Yeah.
that people are taking, though, right? Think about it. You're home 24/7.
That's true, because if you do end up getting it, then no, it's not worth it. If you do end up getting it, and I don't know how that works. If they do contact tracing after that, but it's like.
Yeah, like
That's a good way to get caught, for sure.
Keith, good job on saying no, it's not worth it. I don't think it's worth it either, right?
Yeah, I don't either, but there is...
I mean, think about this.
all those people that do think it's worth it.
Earl Thomas, the famous football player, right? He was on Snapchat
Yes.
cheating with his girl, and his girl pulled a gun on him. Do you want to be sleeping outside your house right now during the pandemic? Do you want your girl going to jail during the pandemic? Because that's what happened. His girl went to jail. So he's cheating. Apparently it was like a foursome with his brother or whatever. So he's with more people out here living life left and right. Cheating on his girl, finds out, his girl pulls a gun, then gets arrested. Cops come to your house. Is it worth it to cheat during the pandemic? Some would say yeah.
Yeah. But we don't know their situation, though, because this
We don't.
could be a common trend between both of them, and it only got out because of the time that we're in right now.
So people are still cheating during the pandemic,
Yes.
y'all. Okay? People are still
I haven't heard of any stories other than the Earl Thomas one.
I mean, that was one of the realest. I mean, and think about this. This is a famous football player. No matter where he goes, he's coming out. Do you guys still think that are you still living your regular life during this pandemic? And I think that's a big thing right now. What do you think? Like, what are the craziest things people are doing right now? So I know people are hooking up during the pandemic left and right. I know a couple.
Daily.
I know people are they're dating during the pandemic daily. What else are you doing? Are you smoking a blunt during a pandemic with your friend right now?
With your friends.
Are you smoking right now, passing the blunt to your boys right now? During the pandemic, have you guys, this is my biggest thing. Is passing the blunt the biggest thing right now? Hey, Rick, good to see y'all, man. Yo, are you smoking and passing the blunt? Hell nah. Now, DMP management. Hey, shout out to Diesel from DMP for letting us do this.
Yes.
But hell no, you are not passing the blunt. You are not hitting my blunt. You're not hitting the joint.
So what do? You BYOB?
Bring your own bring your own bong, bring your own blunt, BYOJ, bring your own joint, bring your own weed. Okay? That's what we do. BYO weed. And that's what I'm sitting here thinking about. Like, yo, are you going? How are you celebrating? We've gone to your sister's recently, right? We talked about it, and we had a great time. It was a good time. There were other people there, right? So we were thinking about that. But also, do we go out like that now? Or is it safe to go out?
I know that there's still situations going on everywhere, but I do. After going to my sister's house, I have felt a little bit more safe and more
comfortable.
open. More comfortable with getting out.
I want to ask you guys, do you guys feel it's safe to go out during the pandemic right now? Are you guys going out? Are you guys living life? Are you guys, you're not passing the blunt, but are you guys living life the way you need to? What are you doing during this pandemic to make sure that you guys are doing everything that you need to get it done? That's the biggest thing. And I don't think a lot of people realize that the pandemic is real, right? And we're gonna start re-recording. Let me make sure this is here. Let me put it here. Perfect. Perfect. So,
But I am glad that I don't have to deal with that whole situation.
Nah, I'm glad I found you, baby. Let me get a toast to that. I'm glad I found you. 2 years, y'all. I want to tell y'all, 2 years. April 22nd? 21st was the day that I met you.
Yeah.
The 22nd of last year was when I proposed to you, right? And what was it? May 3rd was we recorded a video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's one of the biggest things. And so a lot has changed since then, right? A lot has changed since then.
Yeah. And I think during this time, this is a great time to see if the person that you've been living with is someone that you want to stay living with and want to stay with.
For sure, for sure. And that's the thing. Do you guys realize too, and this is the crazy part, that divorces have increased by like 50% in China since they went from the pandemic? Divorces. That's kind of crazy in itself. Like, so you're not really realizing who you with until you're out there. So thank you guys. Thank you, Keith. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. And definitely, Keith, I want to tell you, we definitely can't throw house parties during the pandemic, right? Because what are you doing when you're doing that? You don't know. You definitely ain't doing contact tracing with 12 people.
No.
Not during the pandemic. What about, what are the other things?
What do you have to do if there's more than 10 people? Do you have to kind of start deciding who you like the most and who you're going to kick out?
How would that work?
Look, we've reached our maximum capacity, but I was here first. Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go. According to
Maybe it'll be
everybody
easier to kick people out.
Maybe, right? I feel like that's the biggest thing that we gotta look for, right? You know, when we sit back during this pandemic, you gotta use common sense, which ain't so common, right? Common sense ain't so common. A couple of other things that we're looking for, right? So, like, what are you like, especially during this pandemic? How are you washing things down? Are you cleaner than you were usually? What's going on?
The people that are messing around every single day. Are you cleaning up your place every day?
Like, after you had that girl over, did you disinfect? Did you wash the sheets?
They probably don't, because guys are not even clean like that anyways. I don't see that they would do that.
So you just sitting up there in pandemic and booty Jew.
Yeah, just getting passed around to everybody.
That's funny. So let me ask you, Jenny, and this is our biggest thing, right? Because obviously this is a relatable podcast, and we definitely want you guys to know, thank you so much again. We definitely want to know what you guys think, right? So how do you feel about dating during the pandemic? How do you feel about going out during the pandemic? Is it just something that you guys think is cool and that everybody can do? Or are you guys sitting here saying, hey, look, this is one of the great, this is the time for me to get my roll on. 2020 has been, depending on perspective, it's been crazy. It's been just flipped around, turned up on your neck. But, are you doing the things that you need to right now? And are you actually staying home? Are you cleaner during the pandemic? Are you like they've been saying, we saw a documentary today, correct? About the pandemic?
Yes.
What did it say about people who wash their hands now and that have been staying inside?
Well, just saying, we're kind of making ourselves more prone to diseases when we finally go out from staying in. So that's why I'm like, more open to going out, because we just keep getting mixed information.
Right. What information is real?
But it's kind of cool right now, aside from that. It's kind of cool because people are out being more active and maybe meeting new people while being out. It's not always, dating apps.
They listen, y'all need to go to the Causeway for sure, because there looks like there's a bunch of lonely guys and a bunch of lonely girls out there. I'll tell y'all right now. People were sitting out. I felt like there were so many people out there that were sitting. Believe me, Jenny, when you were running, I was looking. And I seen the male guy was looking at you during this pandemic. The mailman was trying to get at my girl from the right hand side too. That was the craziest part.
Whatever, if it makes my packages get here quicker.
Stop playing. Stop playing. Well, listen, man. This is the Relatable Podcast. Again, we're asking the realest questions on here. Only things that are relatable. What questions do you guys have? Especially with like, are you okay with dating in the pandemic? Is sex acceptable during the pandemic?
With random people.
With randoms. Is sex relatable during the pandemic? Are you okay with having sex? Right? And Queenie, what does she say right there? Yep.
That's creamy. It's good, but she needs to take a shower when she's in my house. And while she's in the shower, I told her to put clothes in the laundry.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, he's making,
That's
hey.
being safe. I'm not mad at that.
My man is saying, hey, when you come in, you gotta get stripped down, right? And you have to go and put the clothes in the laundry and take a shower before you get in my bed. I like that person. I like that person. That person's clean, y'all. Right? Now,
are you checking their temperature?
I was gonna ask that. Are you beeping?
Because this guy every day for like, I don't know, a whole straight month would ask me to check my temperature.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't even leaving the house at all.
I was like, baby, you feel kind of warm.
Every day. And I'm like, I don't feel warm. I was just laying on that side of the bed, so yeah, my skin is warm. It was like driving me crazy.
But that's how I am. And she wasn't going out. And when she went to the grocery store, she got temperature checked when she came back. Because I was okay with not going out, right? I was okay with living here. I was okay with just...
I was okay with it too, but I was a little... there was no other choice but for me to go out.
There was no... I mean...
At the time, I didn't think there was. But now we got like Aldi delivering and stuff, so we're good.
There's been a... Let me ask you guys this. How have you been working your situation during the pandemic? Have you guys been hustling during the pandemic? What about you? During the pandemic, have you actually stepped your
I feel
game
like
up?
we've never been more busier than this time.
And why is that?
Because we're not just gonna let this pandemic control our lives, right?
Right.
While everyone else, there's a lot of people that are letting it, they get furloughed, laid off, whatever. They're just kind of chilling at home, waiting for it to go away.
Right.
But we're kind of taking control of it.
Oh, Keith asked, do you guys wipe down your groceries and all too?
Honestly, no.
Nah, we don't go that far. And we're from Tampa, and I'm gonna tell you guys this, right? We definitely are not wiping down our groceries.
Yeah, I thought about it the first time I went shopping, and then I was like, this is way too much. I'm not doing all this because I know it would probably be by myself anyway.
Right, but now that's what I'm saying. Going with the groceries is a bit much, don't you think?
Yeah.
Right? Now, let me tell you this.
I was worried though. I would, open something up and I'll go wash my hands after touching everything.
Right. And we probably got a chance. Luckily, we did not get hit with the coronavirus. But I can see that. What else? Are you guys developing a side hustle during the pandemic? So we know people are dating. We know people are out there hooking up, right? We know people are out there. Are you hustling during the pandemic? Yo, let me ask you a question. Is your weed man delivering during the pandemic?
That's probably a yes.
Is he an essential worker to you?
I don't think a weed man would take this time to just...
Yeah, he's not shutting
close
down.
Up shop.
Yeah, he's not shutting down.
No.
Yeah, stock has been rising in the marijuana industry definitely during the pandemic. People have been there. What about going to are you guys drinking during the pandemic?
Yes.
Well, I mean, we're drinking right now, so we've been drinking since the start of the pandemic. But they've said that drinking during the pandemic lowers your immune system. And because you have a lower immune system, Latinos and Black Americans, African Americans are definitely more prone to the coronavirus because of our diet and because the risk of alcoholism. Are you guys still drinking during the pandemic?
Yes.
We need that. I didn't smoke though for about a month and a half though. I didn't smoke marijuana for a month and a half. And I'll tell you why. Not the best time to be coughing out here during the pandemic. Not the best time for me to be coughing up a lung and people be thinking, hey, is that corona or is that cookies? Okay. Right? Think about that, right? Is that a big thing? So they're not passing the blunt. I'm not hitting the rig with you, right? I'm not hitting the bong with you. We're not drinking. Are you giving your people hugs and fives when you see them during the pandemic?
No.
So you're not touching.
I just met my brother's girlfriend for the first time the other day, and we were gonna walk up to each other, but I'm like, no, it's okay. You can stay right there. I don't.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's nice to meet you.
Right.
And I'll see you again another day.
So it's the wave now. We are definitely not doing the handshakes.
I'm gonna do a wave probably for a long time. I don't know if I could actually say that because when we saw our family the other day, I gave most of them kisses hello.
Yeah, and I did give somebody.
And
some
I don't know
comments.
where these people have been, so.
And that's what I'm saying. What are you doing during the pandemic?
I feel like my immune system is strong, so.
Your immune system. So you've been healthy.
Yeah.
Let's ask this. How has your wardrobe been during the pandemic?
I live in sweatpants, workout clothes, because we do walk. Now we finally walk often. So me wearing jeans, probably not going to happen.
Okay. Not wearing jeans?
No. And
straight sweatpants?
I feel like it's going to take a while for me to even want to wear jeans. And then we have to, us females have to retrain ourselves to wear heels again.
Not gonna lie, I've been wearing, I think the most that I've dressed up has been for this podcast. Like,
me too.
Literally.
We'll go all day. I'll look like a troll all day long, and then
7 o'clock come on. We gotta get ready for this podcast. We out here like we about to go to the club, y'all. Yeah.
And then right after, we just take it all off again and go to bed.
So how have you guys been dressing? We want to know, Facebook Live, how have you been dressing during the podcast? Have you guys been taking...
The pandemic, baby.
The pandemic. Yeah, the podcast definitely, but how are you dressing during the pandemic? Is it something that you guys are doing all the time? Are you wearing, are you sitting back and you're wearing, sweatpants? Are you wearing workout clothes? Are you getting dressed up? Are you gaining weight? Do your clothes fit? Do your clothes fit?
Fit? The other day? Listen, I feel like I changed probably more than he does, but I'm always going through clothes now because I don't feel like anything fits me right.
I feel the same way.
And it's driving me crazy. But then he, the other day, was going through the same exact thing. He went through I don't even know how many outfit changes because nothing fit him right.
Yeah, no, definitely. I have definitely, and what
it's depressing. But since we've been walking more, I feel like we're on the right track and running,
And we have been wearing our mask outside.
Yeah.
And we've been running. We've actually been keeping our mask on.
Yeah.
So
and it's hard to do that.
For sure.
While running.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like we've been taking taking whatever we can to make it happen. So, my biggest thing, Jen, and just to let you know, I really love you, babe. During quarantine, I think we've realized that we've been together the best, and you are the one for me. I don't want to leave you. Do you want to leave me?
No.
Awesome. Now, my crazy question. How many times do we shower a day? Listen, y'all, real talk, I shower a day, period, a lot anyway, okay? Actually, wait a minute.
No.
During the podcast, or during the pandemic, I've actually probably showered less.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So
but you still do every single day. But before, he was doing 3 showers a day. And now he's down to 1. Which is a big jump.
Why you putting me out there like that?
I mean, 1 is still enough.
So Jen definitely thinks about showering differently than I do. I shower all the time. I usually get up and shower, go in the middle of the day and shower, and then shower before I go to bed. Well, during this podcast, I haven't really left my house as much.
Pandemic.
During this pandemic podcast, during that time, I haven't really left my house as much. As a matter of fact, I don't think I left my house for the first 40 days. Okay, 40 days and 40 nights. That's pretty much what happened. But, now I'm showering a little bit more. Now that we've been leaving and we've been going, I've been showering twice a day. When we go back to work, I'm going back to my 3 times a day. Have you showered more since the pandemic?
I've been the same.
Yep. Well, to us, I feel like that's the biggest thing, right? How clean have you been? How clean have we been?
We've been pretty clean. We don't, however, have any hand sanitizer
Yo, hand sanitizer.
or Lysol. So
no, we
if
have
you
Lysol.
have any,
We have
send it our
Lysol.
way.
We have Lysol, and we have Mistolene. Mistolene.
Mistolene.
Mistolene. It smells so good. The Fabuloso también. Okay, Fabuloso and Mistolene. We are good. Okay, but we have not been able to find hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
She told me to buy some off of my friend the other day. And I didn't think that was a good idea, right? Because I don't want every time that I go to his house to feel like I'm grocery shopping. Okay? Because he's got the Costco cards. He's got all these things. He's always packed up.
It's not a bad idea.
It's not, but I'm
Because
not.
it saves you a trip to have to go to the store. And we all know that you don't like to go to the store.
I do not like grocery shopping. I don't like being in BJ's. I don't like being... there's plenty of things that I'd rather do with my time. Being in a grocery store, not one of them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
For sure. Well, guys, this is the biggest thing, right? When you sit back and you think about the pandemic, you think about your health, you think about what you're wearing, you think about how much you're showering, you think about who you're showering with, right? Is it better to be single during the pandemic or with someone during the pandemic?
I have an answer. I
What's
feel like
that?
it's better to be with someone because you're less likely to spread it or catch it.
Okay.
That's my answer.
I'm grateful. I tell you this every day, baby. I'm so glad I'm not alone. I'm so glad I'm with you. Okay?
Yeah, because it's easy for us to judge other people that are single. They don't live with nobody else. If they're,
I mean, realistically,
all over the place, it's easy for us to judge them, but it is what it is.
but what are you doing? Are you out there?
But we know that in our house, we're staying safe, and basically.
Yeah, I mean, I don't got to go nowhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, I got it all right here, y'all. But I will tell you this, right? I will tell you this. When I went out today, it was like going out in a different world. Key said he's married. I love my wife to death, but she is also going to be the death of me. Keith, I feel you, dog. I feel you, dog. Because today I feel like I got pushed out of the house to go to the grocery store. She told me, hey, I told her, look, I'm going to the garage. The garage is where I just, it's my man cave. That's where I just go to relax. And she was like, hey, did you say you were going to the grocery store or the garage? You know I didn't say no damn grocery store. Now, I didn't say that, but I didn't want to say that because then, she's gone to the grocery store.
I asked him to pick up some wine for me.
She did. And
But we are together 24/7, so sometimes I like to have a little bit of time to myself. So send him off to the store.
Sent me off to the store. I don't believe this. Sent me off to the store. So I go to the store. I haven't been in the store since social distancing happened. I go in. I park in the wrong spot, okay? Because I parked far away from everybody. There are no lanes to take the cart. I go in, and people are saying, please practice social distancing. Well, the salad packages that I like are right near this lady. And I gotta go grab them.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yo,
I was trying to get some vitamin D the other day, and this worker in there, thank you to the workers.
Right, thank you for the essential
But
workers.
he was in the spot that I needed to be at, and I was getting so frustrated. And then so I moved to another part of the aisle to look at other vitamins, and then he ends up being there too. So I was like feeling like freaking furious inside.
Right. So, and then I made the mistake of not grabbing the cart, right? I had the bag because now they're charging you for bags, being ecologically, conscious, right? And so I go in and I see more things that I need, right? So I go put everything in the bag. I grab these things. And then when I go check out in the line is wrapped all the way to the back of the store. And people are standing 6 feet. So
no, it's not gonna go it'll go by quickly.
I'm afraid people are gonna jump in from different aisles into the middle of the place because there's spaces. I also think this is the crazy part. Amen to time away. Keith, you're absolutely right. That's why I go to the garage, my guy.
I can go to another room without him being like, where are you? Is everything okay? I'm like, yes, I'm just living.
Listen, man, we gotta check on mental health. I was in CM, close management, for 22 months. Okay, I gotta check up on my celly. Okay, we gotta make sure you're okay. Okay, you know. Guys, again, man, this is the Relatable Podcast with I am Vince Serrano and Jenny, and we're talking about the things relatable, okay? All the things relatable. You're gonna see us Relatable Podcast every Monday and Thursdays at 8 p.m. We really put our heart into this. We talked about it. We actually thought about what we were gonna talk about this whole time, right? We had a couple of things, and we're gonna put it out there as well. So if you guys want to talk about different things, do me a favor, hit us up. You can. What's your IG or your Facebook?
My IG is OJennay, so it's OHH_JENNAY.
OJennay, right? And mine is I am Vince Serrano, VinceSerrano.
And we've been getting topic suggestions, so we are definitely gonna go with them. Each time we're listening to you guys. We know you guys are. We get questions all the time, and it's awesome because one question was recently, is it okay for your girlfriend to have a guy best friend?
Oh wow, that was big. Is it okay for your girl or your guy to have a best friend of the opposite sex? Is that okay?
I think that they are. It all depends.
On what?
It all depends on, you can kind of see the situation. Is there any kind of sexual history between you guys?
How would you know?
You ask and hope that they tell you the truth.
Could you see something like that?
Andrew says
hell
no.
Andrew said hell no.
And I 50% agree with that because, there's always that somebody that there's always one side that is like, oh, he's like my brother. And the other side is like, as soon as she's single, I'm going to get with her.
I'm shooting my shot.
And it happens all the time.
So hell no. And that's how I feel. Listen, man, I'm your best friend. Okay. I'm your best friend. Sarai said no as well. Oh.
Your grandmother says yes.
She says yes to have a best friend of the opposite sex. My grandmother, I would love for you to comment on why you think it's okay for your significant other to have a best friend of the opposite sex. If you now, I get it. It's probably confidence.
I don't know.
I'm gonna give you my take on this. You ain't gonna have an argument with me and then be able to go vent to some other dude.
Yeah.
We gonna work this out, okay? Every argument, I'm your best friend.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I feel like it probably would bother me, but I have had situations in the past where, whoever I'm talking to has a girl best friend, and at first it's kind of like weird to me, but then I'm like, okay, I'm okay with this. It's kind of like I have to talk myself to be okay with it.
So let me ask you a question. Would you be threatened if the best friend was bad?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And that's why it all depends on what they look like, what they have going on for themselves. What the situation is. How did you guys become friends? There's deep questions to ask in that.
So if she's a loser,
then I'd be like, okay.
But what if she's bad, but she's a loser?
Then I feel like it could probably be okay still.
Wow.
Just because someone is bad doesn't mean that, they have all the traits that you're actually looking for,
That best friend always comes with benefits. Trust. Big trust. Andrew, I feel you, dog. Listen, man, you ain't gonna get no opportunities with my girl. I don't need some other dude sitting there and be like, yeah, he shouldn't be talking to you like that. Oh, man.
Vince forgot to put the toilet seat down. You should leave him.
If you were, right. Oh, if you were my girl, that would never happen. Nah, that ain't happening. So, no, you can't have a best friend of the opposite sex. Not in this house. And I don't listen.
But do you think that it's okay that when you actually go into the relationship, you let them know, look, I have a guy best friend. for, you know, if it's a girl. I have a guy best friend.
Yeah, his
There's
name
never
is...
been anything between us. I need you to be okay with that because I'm not ready to let him go. What do you do then?
I don't think we take it serious. I don't think we take our relationship serious. I think what we do is
just on that one situation.
Yeah, that one situation I feel could definitely.
What if he's a friend that I've had since I was, you know, a kid?
How do I know that?
I tell you.
I don't think so.
I think that you just kind of have to weigh the situation.
I just can't. I can't see myself being okay with you talking to another dude about our problems.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think it's okay to have a best friend that may be of the same sex that I may, you know what I'm saying, that may try to wiggle themselves in there. I'm gonna be real. What about you guys? That now, not just the opposite sex.
That just sounds a little crazy.
Nope.
Because if I'm okay with you having a guy best friend, that is weird. If
we
you feel
live in
differently.
2020 right now, okay? I'm screening all your friends, okay? Because you can't be thinking that it's just gonna be the guys that try to step up. Nah, hell no. Nah, these girls will come out too.
Andrew said that's extra. And Andrew is absolutely right on that. That is way too extra.
Listen, man. Listen. Have you seen My Best Friend's
Yes,
Wedding?
I have. I used to watch
said.
it all the time,
Enough
actually.
said. There we go. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, right? I have a friend, right? And she's a little like over the top, right? And at one point, I actually thought she was trying to steal my girlfriend. And we was close. Is that something? Do you think that can't happen?
If your friend is into girls,
Then
it's as if you have a guy friend. That's it.
Man, listen. I don't know.
And I think most guys, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that if you have guy friends around that, like, let's say Vince has a guy friend, do you think that he would be ready any second that we split up?
Possibly.
I wouldn't put it past them because guys get with anybody. The guys want anybody that even looks their way. You know?
Possibly. I'm telling you right now, you can't trust no one. TNO. Trust no one. It's not just about opposite sex. It's about same sex. It's about transgender, LGBTs. You don't know what's going on. I'm telling you. That's why I'm glad I'm your best friend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You tell me that all the
you're
time.
my best friend.
You tell me that all the time. Where you lie to me now? Huh? No, but thank you guys.
I hope
Listen.
none of my best friends are watching.
No, for sure. No, I appreciate you guys. They're your friends. They ain't your best friends. That's what you told me. That's what you told me.
It's not true. Guys, if you guys have any topics you want us to cover, we won't say your names. You can just message us, text us, whatever, if you have our number.
For sure.
If you're a guy, please text Vince and ask him.
Nah, my guys know. You just can't be
And
my
we can
girl's
cover
best
it.
friend. You can't be my girl's best friend.
I think I know what we're going to talk about next time.
What is it?
I had a suggestion yesterday about maternity, infidelity, and marriage. So I feel like tomorrow, next time we do it, it's gonna be a good topic because it's stuff that we've seen,
Right.
we've experienced,
Right.
You know.
Mondays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. You already know the Relatable Podcast. I am Vince Serrano, and
I'm Jenny.
And we appreciate you guys, definitely. Let us know what you guys think. Comment. Let us know what topics we should talk to. Go follow us on IG at Relatable Podcast. REL8table Podcast. We appreciate you guys so much, man. Thank you for listening.
Have a good night. Be safe.